Today, we're going to be watching YouTube's Darkest Videos Series 9. Huge shout out to Nick Crawley for putting these together, and these are probably going to be the most insane videos I've ever witnessed, so let's just get into it. Okay. Last warning, the following video contains scenes that may be upsetting for others. Chapter 1, the Wasco train encounters.
Oh.
On the morning of March 22nd, 2024, the Kern County Sheriff's Office was flooded with calls about an incident that had taken place near the Wasco Amtrak station in Wasco, California. The incident involved a pedestrian who was reportedly walking dangerously close to an active train track before being struck by an oncoming locomotive, a situation that authorities knew was likely unsurvivable.
What?
Police arrived at the scene shortly after 8 a.m. and were met with the bloody aftermath of the accident, as they found 48-year-old Horacio Ayala Penoza deceased on the tracks.
Oh my God.
The force of the impact being so strong that his body was torn apart and scattered all throughout the area.
Bro, why is he so descriptive?
I'm starting to think that this might not be out of his own will.
So, like, someone was forcing him to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone that would willingly want to get run over by a train.
At first, it was believed to have been a clear-cut suicide, but after interviewing some of the witnesses, police learned that the man had never stepped in front of the train, and rather, he had actually been sucked underneath as a result of walking too closely, painting a clearer picture that this was all a tragic accident.
Oh, no.
But as police were conducting these interviews, one strange detail kept coming up, as apparently, Horatio wasn't the only one on the tracks around the time of the incident.
I think he pushed him, yeah.
That's generally like the worst nightmare. Have you actually been next to a train that's moving like 100 miles per hour? It is genuinely very scary.
With there allegedly having been one other man standing nearby, a man who took off shortly after Horatio had been killed. And strangely, witnesses believe they saw the man reach down and pick something up before leaving.
The phone.
For the officers on the scene, finding this man became the next obvious order of business. But by this point, he had already found himself a few blocks away, where he was spotted by a group of construction workers. The group watched as the man walked towards them, appearing to hold some sort of large item in one of his hands, the same item that had been taken from the train tracks. And the closer he got, the clearer it became what exactly this thing was. It was a human leg.
Wait, this is a YouTube video! Oh, wait.
Is he holding it?
Dude, I hope this video isn't high definition. That'd be scary.
Yo, that's...
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you can see it. You don't need the blur, you can literally see it.
For some inexplicable reason, when the train had dismembered Horatio, this man had run over and picked up his leg, and he was now waving that leg on the sidewalk of a nearby road, with the construction crew claiming that he had been banging it against the fence as he walked towards them, and at one point had even struck the leg against one of their machines.
Okay, I mean, this guy is definitely, I mean...
He's insane.
The amount of mental problems this guy has is crazy.
Upon the realization, a wave of fear washed over the group, as they were unsure what this man had done to get this leg, or what he would do next. Though that was something that even the wildest of imaginations could have never predicted.
No, he's gonna start eating it. He's eating, oh, whoa,
You're
okay, well, I
right.
predicted it. Okay.
Oh!
It's raw!
As the man looked down at the leg and began eating it, as the workers watched on in horror.
Why have you not called someone at this point? Oh my gosh. That's past insane.
I'm getting in that truck, I'm getting that excavator, I'm running him over. I'm protecting my co-workers, dude.
How did you predict that he was gonna eat a human leg?
I'm low-key goated on the sticks, dude. Not that I was there or anything or like was part of this, I don't even remember that.
Officers arrived on the scene immediately after this, and when they asked the man what he was doing with the leg, he explained that it belonged to him, and that he was taking it to a nearby hospital to have it reattached.
Yo, he's tweaking, yeah.
But it was obvious to everyone there that this man wasn't missing any of his legs, with the officers having to go as far as to prove it to him by making him roll up the sleeves of his pants and touch both of his legs. His explanation was completely nonsensical, and obviously didn't account for the fact that he was literally eating the leg just minutes before, leading to officers immediately placing him under arrest. His name was Rosendo Tejas, a 27-year-old man who had been experiencing homelessness and had been living on a street near the train tracks, with police determining that he did in fact have nothing to do with the actual death of Horatio. He just so happened to be near the tracks at the time, where he would first witness the accident, and then, for some unknown reason, take Horatio's leg and start eating it. It appears as though this was the result of a combination of both drugs and alcohol, as he was found carrying narcotics when he was taken into custody, and he had just been captured by security cameras purchasing alcohol at a nearby liquor store just hours before the incident.
Wait, so the train death is unrelated to this then?
What we know so far, there was supposedly a guy next to the guy who got hit by the train. So they don't know if he got pushed in or if he voluntarily put himself in the train. But this is a completely different guy.
Like, God, imagine being like his family hearing this. Like, he got hit by a train and then someone ate his leg.
Dude, that's okay. I know it's messed up, but that's kind of funny.
But what's so interesting about this footage is just how normal Rosendo seems. In fact, the people working there knew him quite well, as he stopped in almost daily, where he was described as being polite and ordinary, including on the day of that incident. In fact, it's said that at first the shop owners didn't believe that Rosendo could have possibly done this, but it seems that whatever substances he had taken that day had changed him.
Oh, you can see him chewing.
Rosendo Tejas was charged with 2 counts of removal of human remains and 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence, as well as resisting a police officer.
Wait, so is eating humans not illegal?
Wait, how is it not illegal?
No, it's not illegal because you might be stranded with no food and you might be with someone and they die.
So what we're saying, Lef, if I wanted to eat your finger and you allowed me to eat your finger, then...
And 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence, as well as resisting a police
He
officer.
doesn't even look like he cares.
To be honest, I don't even think he knew what happened that day. I mean, bro, he was definitely on something.
What blows my mind is how alcohol is legal.
You know they made it illegal at one point, and it made things 10 times worse.
How? Because people start getting illegally?
However, his unsettling behavior will forever live on in one of YouTube's darkest videos.
He said the video title.
What is this?
Oh, that was the intro.
No, that's where we're starting, and each one is darker after this. He starts with the least darkest, and then it progressively gets worse as it goes on. Chapter 2, watched. Genuinely, okay, I'll be honest, one of my top fears is having, like, a continuous stalker.
That would be terrifying, like they're staring straight into your eyes.
I wouldn't feel creepy if it was a girl.
It was just past 10 p.m. Safely tucked away in her second-story apartment, 20-year-old Hannah Vivaretti set up her phone to record a video of herself dancing.
She whipping a nay-nay.
Hey.
For her, this was a meditative practice, a way of unwinding.
Wait, Sai, did you see anything weird about this scene?
We have trust on the wall. We have a chandelier thing.
Baller chandelier.
What's wrong with the environment?
Keep playing the video.
Why did we pause it then? Wait, I don't understand.
Do you know my niche reference no one knows yet? Oh, you don't? You new gents, just keep playing, I guess.
But that day, fate had other plans.
Wait, what did she see?
Yo, is this the bottom floor? I thought she was upstairs in her room.
No, she is.
Wait, so this guy's just on the second floor?
Bro, he's in the curtain. He's in the curtain, bro.
Wait, she's looking off screen though. She's not looking at that curtain.
Just look. Just watch.
As Hannah was dancing, something off camera caused her to stop dead in her tracks
yeah, off camera.
and yell, "Who are you?" It was a man whom Hannah had never seen before, standing in the doorway of her balcony, which again was on the second floor. Meaning that man had climbed up, cracked open the door, and was now standing in her home staring at her, quietly muttering nonsensically with a big grin on his face.
Oh my god.
Who are you? Please get off.
Hannah stopped the music and again asked, "Who are you?" To which the man responded by saying,
Please get out. No, please get out. Yes.
but her demeanor and the panic in her voice made it all too clear that this was far from the case.
Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now.
She started to make her way over to her phone and then towards the front door. All the while, the man kept calmly insisting that they be friends, but Hannah was having none of it.
Please get out of my apartment right now.
Opening her front door and in the process,
Get out. Get out.
Oh my god.
How is her door not locked though?
Second story. You don't even think about it. You don't even think about someone to be standing there.
That's crazy that people like this exist. That's an entity.
Am I your friend too, bro?
He doubles down and says, "Are you sure?" Like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is like some guy that, you know, doesn't get a lot of attention by females, right? So she was probably just being nice to him one day, and he took that way too far, and that's why he's asking, aren't we friends? Because she probably said one thing to him.
pointing the camera directly at the intruder, giving us our first and only glimpse of the man as he's standing still in the balcony doorway. And with her front door now
was he just
open,
going?
she yelled at him to get out, loud enough for the neighbors to hear.
Get out.
Oh,
How is he gonna
Finally
get
caused the man
down?
to retreat. As it turns out, Hannah did actually know who this man was, at least vaguely, as he lived in the same apartment complex, but he never actually spoke to her. He would always just stare and smile.
You're lying.
She must have just looked at him for a second and smiled. That was probably it, and that's all it probably took for this guy.
He probably lives above her. That's how he got on the second floor. He probably dropped down below.
Making it apparent that he had some sort of sick interest in her. As for why he entered her home that night, it's fairly obvious that his intentions were incredibly sinister, with Hannah recalling that during the entire experience, his hands never left his hoodie pocket, making her wonder if he was holding onto some sort of weapon that he may have been planning to use on her. But thankfully, because of her swift reaction, we'll never truly know what he had planned that night.
So, okay, this is about the guns in America. It's the problem how easy it is to get a weapon in America. It is your opinion whether you think, you know, there should be guns or there shouldn't be guns in America. But the thing is, all you need is a license and you can get any weapon known to man. That is beyond crazy.
Days after the incident, police would arrest 36-year-old Angel Moses Rodriguez Gomez and charge him with stalking, second-degree assault, third and fourth-degree burglary.
Wait, what is
and
second-degree
malicious destruction of
assault?
Property. But surprisingly,
I think it's like
shortly
you
after
planned
his
it.
arrest, they allowed him to walk free on bail. And given that he lived in the same apartment complex as Hannah and clearly knew where she lived, this decision was incredibly controversial, with Hannah herself stating in an interview that, "I just don't think it's fair that he's walking freely right now, and I have to watch my back at every angle."
That's crazy.
Thankfully, the court's decision would not lead to any further escalations in the case, and today Angel no longer lives in the country, but the footage is incredibly chilling nonetheless, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of home invasion videos late the other night. And here on YouTube, I came across countless unsettling examples. One such example comes from Saratov, Russia, and shows a woman moments after being awoken by the sound of knocking as she lay in bed in her apartment. It was around 4:30 a.m., which was already unusual
It's
enough,
another woman,
but things
man.
became downright horrifying for her when she realized that the knocking wasn't coming from the door, it was coming from the window.
Wait, what? Yo, wait,
itself.
hang on a second. Yo, that is actually...
Why would you? Why would you?
No.
Oh my god, I would have never opened that window blind in a million years.
Do you like not pause on this right now, bro? Can you not? Like,
You can already just tell by looking at this person that this person is mentally insane. He's literally banging the window with his head.
I thought it was a hand.
It's the fact he's seen you as well now. Like, you've made eye contact with him.
Yo, I'm sorry on behalf of all guys, women. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Noah.
Oh, you're welcome, Allie.
How do we summon her?
I'm sorry, Allie. On behalf of all the weirdos.
And all the periods out there. Oh, it's so hard.
I'm gonna beat up this guy named Period Cramps.
Outside of her window was a man, banging his head against the glass over and over again. And equally as
That's strong
disturbing,
glass,
this
low-key.
woman's unit wasn't on the first floor. She was 2 stories up, and she didn't have a balcony. Across the street, a neighbor filmed the incident as it happened,
Oh,
showing us
what?
that the man was standing on one
No,
foot.
got two
no,
POVs.
no,
while he
no,
continued
no.
to
We have
strike the
2
window.
POVs.
Eventually, these hits grew so forceful that the glass started to break, and his head began bleeding profusely, finally leading to the man stopping, but not in the pursuit of entering the home.
The glass was breaking. The glass was breaking.
He entered the home, did he say?
I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet, and I don't think I've actually ever seen something like that. Second story, smashing his head through the window for no reason at all. He said that he wasn't even trying to break into the hay.
I wonder what your reaction would be, Slugs, if you saw a man on your bedroom window hitting his head.
Well, Foxman got his license for a reason.
He would not
bro.
be walking the next day, dude.
But open the window.
Open the window!
Yo, you are brave. You are brave.
I need some fresh air. Ah.
Finally leading to the man stopping, but not in the pursuit of entering the home.
Oh my god.
What are we doing, man?
Yo, I would open that window and push him off right now. He's obviously in a situation where you can't do much. He's literally like finger clamming.
As he instead climbed to a different window where he attempted to peel it open with his fingers. But by this point, police had already arrived on the scene, and eventually the man would be forced down and placed under arrest. When looking for an explanation as to why this man was doing this, it appears that he was under the influence of bath salts during the ordeal. But
Those will make you do that, yeah.
But aside from this, I couldn't find any other information about the man's identity or whatever became of him. But I was able to find that this clip doesn't tell the entire story, as the woman behind the camera actually spoke to a local reporter and provided additional context to the ordeal. which only made the story more terrifying.
Okay.
At first, he knocked with his hands. Then he began to peck at me at the window with his head for an hour and a half without stopping. After that, he started shouting my name to the whole yard. He was foaming at the mouth. His whole face was covered in blood.
That's like rabies.
And he shouted that he wanted to talk to me, and he needed me. With the most terrifying part of the statement being that she had no idea who this man was, or how he could have even known her name.
Yeah, how does he know?
The idea of both of these intruder videos featuring people whom the victims had never even spoken to makes them especially unsettling.
Oh my god, that is creepy.
It's never alcohol. It's always something else.
It's a gateway, though.
Makes them especially unsettling, as it shows that you really never know who's watching and who might be obsessing over you.
Dude, this guy's so creepy. I just, like, genuinely, that might be top 10 creepiest people I've ever seen in my life.
Wait. Natalie, you two have like a really big thing in common.
A big personality.
Let's just say there's something blocking his head from hitting the window first.
But incidents like this can be equally as chilling when the intruder is someone that you do know. Mohammed Amana was a 26-year-old man living in Orafur, Sweden, and had been dating a woman named Maria. But after several run-ins with the law, Mohammed's lifestyle just became too much for her, and she eventually decided to end the relationship. This caused Mohammed to become enraged, an emotion that was only further heightened when he discovered that she was staying with a male friend of theirs. And on the 25th of May, he would show up at his doorstep and ask to speak to Maria. Inside, the male friend and Maria both refused to let him in and told him to leave, and for a moment he did, though only temporarily, as he would return minutes later, this time armed with a ladder. And noticing what he was trying to do, the homeowner began recording on his cell phone.
En stege.
Oh my god.
Where are you going?
Wait, oh, I've seen this. He has like a knife,
The man
right?
behind the camera asks, "What are you doing? Are you going to fight me?" To which Mohammed said no, he just wanted to speak to Maria.
Look at his left hand.
That looks like a phone.
Look at the top of his head.
Wait, socks.
His demeanor was unsettlingly calm as he continues making his way up the ladder.
Mohammed, du kommer inte upp här.
Push him down.
In i mitt hem.
Yo.
Inte in i mitt hem, Mohammed.
Click
With his
his
demeanor being
forehead,
so
bro.
calm that the cameraman couldn't tell if Mohammed was a threat or not, though it wouldn't take long for him to get his answer.
Yo, he's coming up a ladder, dude.
Dude, what's crazy is this happens in Rust too. Like, you climb a ladder into people's bases, and that means they're raiding you. So this Mohammed could be raiding them in real life.
He seems really calm right now. So is he gonna like switch?
Bro,
But-
look, he was grabbing something from his pocket,
Dude,
right?
he's crafting an Ioka. Oh my god.
Du kommer inte in i mitt
To
hem.
enter someone else's house?
Wait.
No, I mean like, oh my god.
Okay, that's when you fight back, bro.
Yo,
That's when you fight back.
Mohammed struck the cameraman, causing him
push
to
him.
retreat into his room, closing the sliding glass door just in time for Mohammed to step on the balcony and brandish a large kitchen knife.
That's a kitchen
You
knife.
see how big that is?
This is your time to clip him, bro. You could put him on a kill cam. Just and he's gone.
En stor köttkniv. Såg ni det?
What is he gonna do?
Yo.
How did
Yo,
he
he
get
has a
a
brick.
What?
He has a brick, dude. Yo.
Oh my god, he broke the
The
glass.
guy behind the camera is not doing enough, man. He's making me mad.
I thought he was safe behind the glass door.
Dude, this isn't a fairy tale, bro.
Yo.
But he still has to get through all the cut glass, though. I mean,
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
Still
crazy.
dazed by the attack, the man holding the camera retreated even further into the house, while Maria had already run into the bathroom and locked the door behind her, a door that Mohammed would quickly rush over to.
Yo, pick up a weapon.
Släpp in mig på dassen, han kommer in. Han kommer in, Maria. Mohammed, hugg du.
Yo. Dude, how is he this close just recording him?
Put the phone down, bro. Defend yourself.
Dude, no, this has to be like an inside job. This is an inside job. I think the dude behind the camera knows.
Get up, pew pew.
Yo.
Mohammed, du högg mig redan.
And desperately tried to open, even trying to use his knife to turn the lock, as that lock was the only thing standing in the way of what he was there to do. What exactly that was is unknown, as police would manage to arrive on the scene within minutes of this footage being taken, where they would arrest Mohammed before he was able to get to Maria. But it's clear based on the fact that he had a weapon on him and his desperate attempt to breach the house that he didn't just want to have a conversation. In the end, the man filming was left with only minor cuts, Mohammed was sentenced to 2 years in prison, as well as a 10-year ban from the country of Sweden.
Only 2 years of prison?
He was intended to kill somebody.
Dude, I could go and loiter outside at like a church or something and I get 5 years.
Leaving us with 3 haunting videos of 3 disturbed intruders, whose true intentions will thankfully never be known.
Chapter 3, video blog, The Story of Noah Harpham?
Harpham.
Alright, hey folks, this is Noah, getting my blog live.
Hi.
Trucks and trucks and lots of trucks.
Okay.
Hey, Noah.
This is the very first footage that Noah Harpham would post to YouTube. After years of having a channel, Noah finally decided to give uploading a try, posting this inaugural video to a self-titled channel on October 29th, 2015, titling it 102915, video blog number 1,
Not
and
best
introducing
title,
himself
but
to the
good.
platform with a simple "Hello world" in the description.
No, but I did want to dissect just the beginning of a sermon given by a Pastor Bill, a guy that my dad has been
upcoming
following,
YouTuber,
taking ideas from for 10 years at least. He and his family, 2 kids.
In the video, Harpham paces throughout his home and discusses a priest named Pastor Bill, whom he believed was influencing his father and his family, and clearly not in a good way.
I've been ignorant of it for a long time, so I wanted to look at it, and I challenged him just to look at 15 minutes of this sermon.
Though he gives no context as to who this pastor is, only mentioning that he had been ignorant of the situation for a while, and that this video was his response after trying to expose the truth to his father.
Been waiting and waiting, and haven't heard anything. So I was going to just post my reply, and I guess that's how I'll start my blog.
Again, what this truth is unclear, as the lack of information makes this video a confusing watch, and ultimately it tells us very little about who Noah was, let alone the other people he was discussing. But he did end the clip by making it clear that this was only the beginning of what would be a reoccurring blog series that would showcase just him, his thoughts, and his camera.
What?
The blog is just going to be me with a video camera, and that'll be it. We'll see what happens.
But before those uploads would come, Noah had pinned a website in his description that directed users to a blog post written by him that same day, titled, "Is my dad in a cult? Even worse, is it satanic?" Throughout the writing, Harpham loosely provides additional context for his video, as he breaks down a sermon given by Pastor Bill, who is shown to be Bill Johnson, a well-known preacher from the Bethel Church in Redding, California, who had garnered a large following online. And despite the sermon being over an hour long, Harpham goes through it point by point, critiquing everything that he said. And the more he typed, the more angry he got. And the more angry he got, the more nonsensical his words became. I'm attempting to present a case that shows the leader of this prestigious institution, along with a select group of rulers, are using mind control techniques to poison and confuse legions of useful idiots that slave away to keep the institution humming along, and that this man, Pastor Bill Johnson, and his ruling caste are using mind control to keep people imbalanced. And
if someone starts writing in multiple paragraphs of all caps, that's not a good sign.
The blog gives us a peek behind the curtain of the man shown in this video, a man who seems to be clearly mentally unwell, paranoid, and very angry, with the post making it clear that the purpose of Noah's content was to bring this pastor down, and video blog number 1 was supposed to be just the start. However, there would never be a video blog number 2, as just 2 days after posting this video, Noah's life would take a drastic turn.
Oh God.
Did he get a response?
Colorado Springs 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
It's here.
Repeat that one more time for me and make sure I had it correct.
Well, it's across the street from me. I'm calling from my address.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Oh God.
Well, there was a guy walking around with like 2 cans of gasoline or something, 2 small cans, and a big, like a rifle. It was black, and it had a strap around it. He's walking up to doors and stuff.
What?
Oh my gosh.
At 8:35 a.m. on Halloween morning, a woman named Naomi Bettis called 911 after witnessing a suspicious...
That's 2 days after he uploaded his video.
...in Colorado Springs, as she watched him carrying several cans of gas, as well as an AR-15.
Damn!
Is that a Halloween costume?
That's a big magazine as well.
This goes back to the gun problem. It's like, look at this. They just hand them out. They barely do background checks.
I respect your opinion if you like guns or hate guns, but I will say, who in the world needs that type of weapon? I'm gonna be honest, okay? I admit they're cool, but holy guacamole.
She didn't know it at the time, but this man was her neighbor, Noah Harpham.
And then I seen that he walked into the building, and the glass window at that business is broke.
And that's a business? What's the name of the business?
I have no idea, but I just know it's, I don't know if it's a fake gun, BB gun, but it looks pretty scary.
As the call progresses, Naomi explains that she had watched him enter a nearby business, where one of the windows appeared to have been broken. She wasn't sure if anything illegal had happened at this point, but she was convinced that Noah was up to something sinister.
Oh, is it the giant AR-15 on his back and the 2 giant gasoline cans? Who walks around with 2 giant gasoline cans unless you're trying to burn down a building?
Which, based on what he had in his possession, seemed to be the only logical conclusion. However, this concern wasn't felt by everyone.
Okay. And you said it looked like a long gun, correct? Like a rifle?
Yes, uh-huh.
Well, it is an open carry state, so he can have a weapon with him or walking around with it.
There's states where you can just open carry without having a license?
Yeah, I knew it was open carry, but I thought there was like sizes. I would like open carry with like a pistol, but like open carry with an AR-15?
With him or walking around with it, but of course having those gas cans, it does seem pretty suspicious, so we're going to keep the call going for that.
Okay.
It seems pretty suspicious.
Okay, and the window's broken to that business downstairs, so.
Right, and you said he's now upstairs, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
No.
Okay.
That's what's crazy. It's like nothing matters until the crime already happens.
Why not send police officers over there to check out the situation and ask him what's going on?
But that's my tax money, Nadway.
Oh yeah, I gotta make sure that they go to those teenagers.
Do you know them teenagers who fart next to people in Walmart? That's where I draw the line. That's too far.
They're screaming in Walmart, gotta go to them and arrest them real quick.
I'm learning so much here, Juicy. You.
I'm hearing so much.
It's like a different world.
And are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
No.
She should have said yes,
As the operator
honestly.
seemingly brushed aside the incident, stating that she was only keeping the call going because the gas cans could be suspicious.
Could be.
However, even with that, the report still wasn't taken seriously, as the dispatcher hung up on her shortly after, before dispatching one single officer to the scene.
Okay,
An
they
officer
sent
that
someone.
never even made it
Alright.
there, as just moments later he was called off and sent to what was deemed to be a more pressing scene at the local senior center. Naomi's concerns were completely ignored, but despite this, she continued to watch out her window, waiting to see what Noah would do next. 4 minutes after her call with police ended, and 10 minutes after first reporting Noah's behavior, Naomi would dial 911 once again. Only this time, her demeanor was far different.
Okay, he's about to do something. She's like, okay, let me freak out here. Let me freak out on these guys. Okay, the only way to get them down here, basically.
Yeah, or something happened.
I just called a few minutes ago, and the guy came back out, and he fired a gun at somebody, and he's laying on the street dead.
Oh, God.
I knew it, bro.
If he did show up, if that police car didn't go to the elderly home instead, that person would be alive today. That's kind of crazy to think about.
We are watching YouTube's darkest videos. There is still a video we haven't seen yet.
Oh my God. You sent an ambulance too.
Naomi's worst fears had come true, as she frantically told dispatch that the man carrying the gun had just shot and killed someone outside of her home.
Oh my God.
Okay, calm down, okay? Stay with me. I'm just putting that into the call. Is anyone in immediate danger?
Oh my God.
Is anybody hurt or no?
No, not that I can see or think. No.
In response, the operator bizarrely asks if anyone else is in danger, but Naomi, likely in a state of shock, answers no, before immediately
They're actually
realizing that
incompetent.
Noah was heading in the direction of Platt Avenue, which was known to be a busier neighborhood.
Maybe on Platt Avenue there might be people in danger.
Naomi, I need the suspect's description. Do you know his name?
No, I don't.
Okay, is he white, black, Hispanic,
He's
Asian?
white, and he's got long curly hair coming out of his cap.
She desperately tried to relay that more people were likely in harm's way, only to be immediately proven right just seconds later.
I think, yeah, there's people outside that might be in danger up on Platt. Okay. Oh, I just heard another fire. Oh my God.
When she hears more gunshots, prompting the operator to once again ask,
Yeah, they need to call an ambulance or something right away.
Okay. Is anyone in immediate danger?
Did they just repeat it?
They just repeated the same thing?
Okay, before I crash out, I'm gonna give him one benefit of the doubt, okay?
No!
No. I'm gonna give it before we crash out, okay? We'll give it one, okay? This person on the call has been doing this stuff for years and is just completely lost.
Then quit your job! Stop doing that! You're clearly not meant for that job at that point, bro.
They literally hear people getting murdered on the phone. Like, so at this point, it's like, you know, they might have completely lost it. That being said, that's insane! Is anyone in immediate danger? Someone is dead, dog! Oh my god, with a rifle going down into a public town!
Every time I see these type of like dispatch videos, it's like usually of women and they don't seem like they're like interested anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay?
It was only then that the operator would tell Naomi that police and medical personnel were finally being dispatched to the scene. But by this point, it was far too late.
Yeah, right?
In the moments after Naomi had made her first 911 call, Noah Harpham would first attempt to light his house on fire using the 2 cans of gasoline. Though this, however, failed and caused him to quickly shift his focus. Noah instead stepped outside and brandished his rifle, immediately pointing it directly at Andrew Mayers, who had been riding his bike in the
What a
neighborhood.
Chad,
And after seeing the
bro.
gun, the man stopped and begged him not to shoot, to which Noah responded by pulling the trigger multiple times, killing him instantly.
Why?
With Andrew Myers being the man that Naomi had seen laying dead on the street.
What did he do?
From there, Noah began walking up the street where he would eventually see 2 women sitting on the porch of a sobriety center where local women went to get help with their drug and alcohol addictions. And upon noticing them, he immediately started shooting, striking and killing both Christina Galella and Jennifer Vasquez. Noah walked for over a mile after this before the police finally caught up with him.
That's
When
20
they called out for him to
minutes!
stop walking, Noah turned and immediately opened fire, leading to a massive shootout.
Is this the video?
Here's the audio.
When the smoke cleared, the only one struck had been Noah, who was lying dead on the pavement, marking the end of his killing spree. The investigation that followed revealed that Noah had never even met any of the 3 people he killed that day. They were all total strangers.
he did it for no reason.
Isn't that scary that you could be walking down the road and just get shot?
He needs to be in a psych ward, bro.
Well, now he is.
Leaving the question, why had he done it? Well, even today, there's still no clear motive, with this appearing to be a completely random and senseless act. But looking at his final and only posts online, Noah was clearly very angry and seemed to be mentally unwell, which was corroborated by testimony from his parents, as they later claimed that he had anger issues and suffered from drug addiction and bipolar disorder.
It was already in his portfolio that he had anger issues and he's bipolar. Yo,
We need to give this dude 5 guns.
But what's so unusual about this to me was that this video was published just 2 days before the killings, and it was clearly not meant to be a one-off post. It was something that he seemed genuinely excited to continue, yet not even 48 hours later, he resorted to this. What happened in that time frame may never be known, but the effects of it will last forever. And I can't help but wonder how differently this all could have gone if that initial 911 operator had just taken Naomi's report seriously.
How about she was fired?
Noah's spree didn't start.
No, arrested, bro. She is almost the sole reason why this happened.
Noah's spree didn't start for a full 10 minutes after she started that call, which would have been more than enough time for police to intervene. But instead, Noah was given all the time he needed to end 3 innocent lives.
They could have saved 2 people with that, by the way.
no, is this gonna be like a helicopter crashing into a gondola?
Stop.
That would actually be horrible.
It wasn't an attraction for the faint of heart.
Oh my.
Oh my god, it is.
I was gonna say if it was like a gondola over snow for snowboarding or something, but no, this is like if one of these towers to fall, all these gondolas and all these people are pretty much doomed. Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Standing over 1,300 feet above the ground, the Deoghar ropeway was built to take tourists up and down the Trikut mountain in Jharkhand, India. It was the tallest cableway in the entire country, offering an unparalleled view of Deoghar and the picturesque landscape around it. Because of this, videos have long since been posted on YouTube showing just how dramatic of a ride this truly is. One such video being recorded on April 10th, 2022.
Why are you laughing, Allie? That was just a regular human.
He said it's meme god.
With one such video being recorded on April 10th, 2022.
Is this shaking?
A helicopter's actually
Why is it
gonna go
shaking?
into it, dude. This is wobbly. It's a
That
gondola.
day, a woman and her family had been filming their adventure to the Trikut mountain, and were now filming a first-person view of the descent back down.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
They got it on video too.
What? This is
Yo.
terrifying.
It wasn't the kind of place for anyone with a fear of heights, and the loud sounds of the car passing the support towers only added to the anxiety of the trip. But the group filming this all remained relatively calm, quietly conversing to themselves, seemingly unfazed by the spectacular height.
Dude, that's too steep, bro. That's too steep. No way it just falls, right?
It might actually be a
Even
helicopter.
enjoying it. A feeling that wouldn't last.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Is it actually a helicopter? No way there's a video of this, dude.
Yeah.
Just gonna like snap.
Dude. Oh my god.
What?
Is that the helicopter part on the left side of the screen?
I don't know if it's a helicopter though.
What
happened?
What happened?
Without any warning, the car was met with a massive force, sending the occupants and the camera to the floor, causing the footage to go dark.
Maybe it stopped abruptly?
In that moment, one of the ropeway's axles had dislodged, causing a failure on the pulley system, which resulted in 2 carts crashing into each other, and the rest coming to a sudden and violent halt.
Wait, that's not bad though.
The impact was brutal.
That's not terrible though.
But somewhat surprisingly, the footage continued. Showing just enough to reveal that the ropeway and the cabin these people were in were both still intact before the recording came to an end.
That's good still.
This group had survived the impact, but the nightmare was far from over.
Why?
Oh my, I hate when they do that,
News
bro.
of the collision quickly spread throughout the region, leading to the scene being flooded with rescuers and news crews alike, with everyone trying to figure out what exactly was happening, and the initial prognosis was grim. In the impact, 1 man in a separate car had been killed, and many others were left injured. And making matters worse, due to the broken axle, the ropeway was now no longer operational, meaning that the 70+ people spread throughout the various cars were now stuck, some of whom were still suspended over 1,000 feet in the air.
Oh my god.
It was going to be an incredibly difficult rescue operation, just given the height of the ropeway alone. And ultimately, it was determined that the Indian Air Force would utilize their special top-of-the-line helicopters to fly over the cars and lower down ropes with harnesses attached to them for survivors, who then would strap themselves in and be hoisted up to the helicopter above using an electronic winch.
That's so scary though.
It took hours for them to even make their first attempt, before finally trying their approach on a middle-aged man, who slid on his rescue strap and was then slowly pulled up towards safety.
Oh my gosh. There's like 100 cars.
It's 70 people. They literally said 70.
And they have to do that for every single person.
It took them hours to get one. One person's dead. Imagine being stuck in there with a dead body for that long.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what?
He's swinging around like...
That's low-key. That low-key looks kind of fun though.
The footage of this is horrifying. These people were already over 1,000 feet in the air when their cars got stuck, and now they were being lifted even higher, tethered only by a single rope and a safety harness.
That is terrifying.
Worst of all, it was a particularly windy day, which was made worse by the swirling of the helicopter blades, a combination that caused the man to start swinging wildly from side to side as he hung onto the rope for dear life.
Bro, no. Bro, I just have the worst feeling. That's way too quick for him to come out.
I think he got it. I think he got it.
It was a grueling journey up, but finally the man reached the aircraft, and with safety just a few feet away, he instinctively reached his arms above his head in an attempt to grab onto the helicopter.
Okay.
A decision that would have disastrous effects.
No!
As he did so, his harness slid upwards and was pulled over his shoulders and then over his arms, before eventually landing in his hands, meaning the only thing left holding him up was his own grip.
Wait, did they take off his harness?
No, it slid off of him.
What I'm understanding, he lifted up his arms, it slid off, and now he's literally just hanging on with just the rope. He's literally just holding on to the rope right now.
As he clung to the now useless harness.
Come on.
Just grab him.
For a full minute, he dangled there, just inches away from rescue. Meanwhile, the rescue crew searched the craft for something they could use to safely hoist him in. But before they got the chance...
No.
They got him, right?
They got him, right?
The man slipped out of his harness, momentarily catching himself on the side of the helicopter itself. But by this point, his strength was gone.
Come on.
And seconds later, his grip would fail for good.
Keep it on.
You're lying.
Oh no.
Causing him to plummet approximately 2,000 feet to the ground below.
2,000 feet! Do you guys know how long it takes to fall 2,000 feet?
No, how long?
12 seconds in the air. That's with no air resistance. You are in the air for 16 seconds. You have 16 seconds for the rest of your life. You're falling, bro.
I'm blown away by the people flying the aircraft, and they're just letting this man dangle for full-on minutes.
Why didn't they just grab him?
Killing him instantly.
That's horrible.
For those waiting to be rescued, the sight was especially horrific, as they watched the man who they thought had made it to safety fall to the ground right in front of them. The fear they must have felt knowing that soon it would be their turn is unimaginable.
What?
After this, the rescue crews began making tweaks to their operation, which started to lead to a few attempts going off without a hitch. But the entire process was incredibly slow, as a full 24 hours would pass before 60-year-old Shubha Devi would finally get her chance to be removed from the car. And as she started her ascent up to the helicopter...
So they did this and they just kept on doing it anyway.
Well, they have to. They can't leave people up there, that will say. Like, they can't. Like, dude, you can only go, what, 2 days without water. It's already been 24 hours.
No, you can go along the 2 days. But I will say, if I saw someone plummet to death, I will create a new life in that gondola.
The wind also caused her to start swinging wildly. So wildly, in fact, that the winch used to lift her suddenly stopped working, leaving her hanging there, only moving side to side rather than up towards safety. As she hung there, rescuers on the helicopter frantically tried to figure out what the problem with the winch was. But before they could ever get their answer, the rope suddenly snapped.
The rescue people have killed more people in the gondola.
The fact that the people piloting the helicopter are so nervous and they don't know what to do, bro. Like, I just hate it.
You know how hard it is for a rope to snap? That rope must be like 50 years old.
That too, and also they've probably been using it for all those other people as well.
We're talking like, dude, this thick of rope breaking. That's like, that's genuinely not possible.
I want you guys to guess when this happened.
I know, I just searched it up too, Oof. I just searched it up too.
And when I tell you...
Recently?
This happened not even 3 years ago.
Causing her to free fall to the ground below.
Dude.
It came without any sort of warning, and from what I can find online, there isn't a definitive answer as to how this happened. But either way, it resulted in Shubha's tragic death. It took a total of 48 hours for the last of the survivors to be rescued and finally brought to safety, an unimaginable amount of time in an unimaginable position, with survivors having to watch two people fall to their deaths before them, unsure if they too were going to meet the same fate. Since its release, the footage has sparked some debate online, as the media actually hailed this as an impressive and even successful rescue operation for the Indian Air Force, while others have hit back on this, as both incidents seem to have been entirely preventable, with more people dying from the rescue than the accident itself.
Yeah, literally.
Though ultimately, there were no repercussions for the rescue crew.
Yeah, I'll be honest, any result of any sort of death is not a success. That's like the opposite. It doesn't matter how many people you saved, still someone died.
And you heard there was no repercussions either.
With the only punishments being dished out to the operating company DRIL, which was accused of not properly maintaining the ropeway and not following proper safety protocols. It was even alleged that when the initial crash happened, the people operating the ropeway at the time actually fled the scene and never even called authorities. But I'm not sure if this was ever actually proven. DRIL was fined over $1 million and has since been blacklisted from operating ropeways for 5 years, while the families of the deceased were given around $33,000 in compensation.
Only $33,000! You would get more off of life insurance from them, bro.
Wait, what was the bit about the 5 years? They were banned from operating gondolas for 5 years?
Yeah, boo-hoo, wow!
What? Only 5?
Currently, there are plans to repair and reopen the ropeway, though at this point, no official date has been given for the reopening.
I don't think anyone's going to want to go on that anymore. If you guys want to see more videos like that, make sure to subscribe to Nick Crawley. And yeah, check out another Darkest video right over here.